Yo, what's up my Gooners and Goonies? What's good my boys? We're back on the channel, but as we already know, the whole Sonic community is going crazy about no Sonic game announcement. And I kind of just wanted to do like a little video just showcasing my thoughts on like why people should just not be too hasty for the next Sonic game announcement. Like we should be a little bit more patient just because of the fact that we haven't gotten any game announcement ever since the Game Awards, and people were actually very intrigued, and we're kind of hyped for the Game Awards based on rumors and stuff like that, and people were like, yo, Sega just announced you guys should watch the whole Game Awards because they're gonna announce something Sonic related, even though it was just like the whole, I think it was like a shooter or something like Warhammer or something like that. I can't remember at the top of my head. So Sonic fans, of course, were very upset. They were like, dude, you made me waste 4 hours of my life watching this thing. We didn't get anything Sonic related. Fast forward to, I think a couple days ago, we got the PlayStation State of Play. And of course, many people were actually kind of excited. They were like, alright, we maybe might get some Sonic news here. And unfortunately, we did not get any Sonic news. So yeah, many people are actually very upset with Sega, and they're like, alright dude, where is the next Sonic game at? And this is where I'm like, alright, you guys need to calm down. You need to like actually relax, because buddy, it's been 5 years, or it's going to be 5 years in 2027 since the release of Sonic Frontiers, and it's only been 4 years. And to be fair, we have gotten other great games. Of course, Sonic Frontiers being the mainline game, we have gotten Shadow Generations, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and a bunch of other little things like Sonic Rumble, The Murder of Sonic, all that type of stuff. But to this I tell you, just please be patient, because if we keep on pressuring Sega, they're probably going to give us another game like Sonic Forces or Sonic 06, and I know for a fact people do not want that. And as much as I love Sonic 06, we have to be completely realistic here. Sonic 06 was a broken, glitchy, and buggy mess that, pretty much ruined the whole reputation of Sonic. So I'm just telling you guys, just please be patient, because we don't want another game like that. And even Forces was like a rush type of game, and they were hyping it up to be one of the best Sonic games of all time, and we already know how that went. It was a whole disappointment. And as we already know, back in the early 2000s to like early 2010, we used to get Sonic games like if it was nothing. They used to give us yearly releases for Sonic games, at least most of the time. So I'm guessing that's what people want, but as we already know, those games weren't necessarily the greatest games. I mean, we have gotten games like Sonic 06, Sonic and the Secret Rings, Sonic and the Black Knight. Like, they were pretty rushed games and not necessarily like, put so much effort into. So come on, we do need to have a little bit of patience. I mean, I actually do like Sonic and the Black Knight, so just, no offense. So yeah, once again, all we have to do is just trust Sega, because I know for a fact if they're staying quiet and they're keeping to themselves, it's because they're cooking something up in the oven and they're gonna go absolutely crazy with the next Sonic game, at least hopefully. So just trust them. I know for a fact that it's been too long since like we've gotten like a whole mainline Sonic game announcement, but just trust. I know for a fact they're going to be giving us probably one of the best Sonic game. Who knows, this game might be one of the best or the best Sonic game of all time, just like I've said in previous videos. They could be cooking like the next Sonic Frontiers 2, they could be making this whole Sonic Eclipse type of thing. I don't know where people are getting this info from, like I guess leaks or something. Sonic Eclipse, I don't really like the name of it, but it's okay I guess. So just trust the process, and of course just be patient. And in case you guys want to ask me what are my thoughts on like the whole where the next Sonic game type news or all that type of stuff, to that I tell you, I guarantee you, and this is what I've been telling my other friends as well, they're probably going to announce it at a Sonic Central, and as crazy as it seems, that would make the most sense and the most perfect sense, to be completely fair. And I already know many people are going to start being like, dude, it's the 35th anniversary, like they need to announce something. And yes, they're going to announce something. It could either be a remaster or possibly like a brand new type of spin-off type of game. And just like I've been saying, I guarantee you, if it's not a remaster or a remake, they're going to give us a 2D Sonic game. And yes, I know it's pretty soon for us to get a 2D Sonic game because of Sonic Superstars. I would not be surprised, because just to keep it safe and balanced, 2D Sonic games usually do pretty well compared to 3D games. So the best thing they can possibly remaster, even though I don't think it's going to happen anymore, is a Sonic Unleashed remaster, and we'll get into that topic a little bit later. And we also have to take into account that not necessarily every single year is going to give us a brand new Sonic game for their anniversary. For example, this is the 35th anniversary, so everybody's hoping to see at least one game announced, or possibly a remaster and stuff, which is perfectly fine, because in the previous anniversary, we actually got Sonic Colors Ultimate, so that's pretty fair. And if I'm not mistaken, back in 2016, that was the 25th anniversary for Sonic. So what did we get that year? We got Mario and Sonic at the Rio Olympic Games, which was for the Wii U and I think 3DS. And of course, we got Sonic Boom, Fire, and Ice for the 3DS. Not necessarily like a whole like mainline game, but we did get that little game. So I guarantee you we might get something small something not necessarily like crazy, but we could possibly see a remaster. But of course we got Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces in 2017, so I would not be surprised if they announced a Sonic game this year, give us like a small game, like a small scale game, like a 2D Sonic game, once again like Sonic Superstars, and next year the whole big daddy of the Sonic mainline game comes out, which would be Sonic Frontiers 2 or Eclipse, whatever you guys want to call it. So just because it's the anniversary date and year doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get something Sonic related this year. It could possibly come out the next year, because at this point they should have shown us at least like a teaser CGI trailer for the next Sonic game, and it's been a little bit too late for that to happen. Once again, they could release the game very late December, like December 25th, December 27th, around that area, that time frame, and I think it could possibly still work. But in order for them not to rush the game out, I guarantee you it's going to come out and release 2027. Of course, I'm talking about the mainline Sonic game. And that brings us to the next thing, the next topic that many people are actually very scared about, and that is the fact that I don't think Sonic Unleashed might get a remaster anymore, and it might actually shift over to one of the games that I was actually joking about, and that would actually be Sonic Lost World. Now hear me out really quick. So once again, many people are very scared because the official Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube account changed their whole profile picture and banner to the era of the 2010s, which of course we have gotten games such as Sonic Colors, Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric, Sonic Forces, and all those type of games which many people are not necessarily a huge fan of. So once again, people are speculating and are very scared. There's one group of people that are saying that it could possibly be a countdown towards the older games, or possibly the newer games, and of course the other people that are very scared, like, dude, I don't want another remaster of a game from the 2010s. For example, the only game that could possibly make sense could be Sonic Lost World, because that would come after Sonic Generations, and if we go in chronological order, we got Sonic Colors, then would be Sonic Gens, and then Sonic Lost World, which I think could possibly fix up the game. I guarantee you maybe some people would actually be down for a remaster. If not, I could possibly see them doing a remaster or something like a remake for Sonic Forces, because they already know how much people hate that game, and that game once again had a lot of potential. The only thing was the fact that the story wasn't good, the game was somewhat rushed, people just didn't like the game. So if they wanted to remake the game, they could possibly do that with Sonic Forces and give us like a Sonic X Silver Forces or something like that. I don't know. I don't know who the other character could be, but those are the only two games that come to mind for a remaster or a remake for the 2010s, because I know for a fact they're not going to be touching Sonic Boom. At least I hope not, because we are past that era and we're not doing that Sonic design anymore. So Sonic Lost World or a Sonic Forces remaster or remake could possibly happen. So once again, this is just speculation. Maybe all this might not happen. Once again, just speculation, my boys, alright? So calm down. Once again, it could just be a countdown for like the anniversaries or something like that. I don't know, or like the eras of Sonic. I mean, if that's the case, that's pretty cool. But why the 2010s? Come on, man. I'm scared, bro. Don't do that. Please, Sega. Please, I beg of you. So yeah, you guys let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think of this whole situation of people getting angry over Sega, about no Sonic news, about the whole 2010s being on the whole YouTube banner? So once again, you guys let me know in the comments down below, and I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. For now, stay safe, take care, and peace.